Dynamic voice recognition uses cloud-based data to recognize millions of voice commands, allowing guests to use more conversational language. Check out how our specialists demonstrate the benefits and features of this enhanced voice recognition technology.
The other thing we wanted to speak to was dynamic voice recognition. I love this. We're hearing a lot about the word dynamic. What does that mean relative to voice recognition, would you say?
So from where we've come to where we are now as far as voice command speaks to, we previously only had the voice commands that were embedded into the actual system, versus now with the dynamic voice recognition, it's reaching out to a cloud essentially and pulling from the data communication module and then processing your command. So the options are essentially limitless. And the main advantage is you can speak in just normal conversational speech without having to give very precise prompts. So you can say things like, find a nearby burger joint, or find a Chipotle in Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Or say, for example, the guest drives a lot and they're on the road for business in the vehicle. You can say things like, display current traffic on a particular road, or on display traffic on my saved route. Things like that, or show the weather in a particular city.
What about the customization aspect of, because it's so much broader now,
Right.
Is there a way to customize that for
Sure.
a given guest, you'd say?
Sure, so at that point I would even recommend to say train my voice. There's a command that will then route you to the voice recognition training and take you through 10 commands to basically have the system learn your voice and to better understand the way you say certain words and your inflections to recognize it better.
One of the interesting things I've seen with this dynamic voice commands, I guess particularly as it relates to the POI
Right.
search, is we've gone from your established kind of national
Sure.
brands. You mentioned, say, for example, Chipotle. I'm getting an idea of where you eat lunch, by the way. Your established national brands, but it's not limited to that anymore,
No,
is it?
Absolutely not. So any business essentially that you could pull up on, a search engine, whether it's a mom and pop business down the street, it'll reach out to the cloud, process it, and pull that back down to the nav system.
Is there anything relative to the dynamic voice recognition that if you were training dealership associates or guests, but is there anything that sticks out in your mind that you want to make sure they're aware of with that feature?
Well, so again, the voice recognition training, and there's also a reference area in the voice setup where it'll kind of go through and give you quick walkthroughs on different commands that are available for audio, climate, weather, different options.
So some good resources
Sure,
available.
absolutely, right in the multimedia system.
So, Terrell, you got a chance to sit in the new LS today and play
did.
with a lot of the features.
Yeah.
What is your favorite new feature on the car?
I love the dynamic voice recognition. It's a lot of fun using that.
What is it that makes it dynamic and different from what we're used to seeing?
Just saying whatever you want to the system. And you can just use conversational speech, everyday speech, and it's getting information from the cloud, understanding exactly what you're saying to give you the best results in the car for your voice commands.
So it understands pretty much whatever you're saying. I hear you told me earlier that it's really good with points of interest.
Yeah, the point of interest search is great. It's a vast improvement over what we've had before. Before you could say categories like find golf courses or find restaurants or find grocery store or something like that. Now you can say find this place or find that restaurant.
So you can be much more specific,
Exactly.
much quicker, eliminate
Exactly.
some of that
Right.
scrolling around.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want me to show you how
Yeah,
it works?
can we try it?
Yeah, sure.
So we're in Dallas,
Right.
and there's no more iconic place in Dallas than where the Cowboys play.
Exactly.
Let's look for that.
All right, cool. Take me to AT&T Stadium. All right, and you see how it's finding exactly what we're saying. It's got the cloud icon, and now we're heading to take me to AT&T. We're heading
And it
to
showed
AT&T.
right up there on the screen right there.
Number one.
And you didn't wait for her to finish.
I
You
didn't.
just jumped right
I
in
just
there. We didn't have to
interrupted.
wait for the beep. That's awesome. That's going to speed things up
It's
a
a
lot.
great feature. Yes, sir.
With easier POI searches, voice recognition training, and a more comprehensive language library, dynamic voice recognition makes using voice commands with the 2018 LS simpler and more convenient for our guests.